Once you get to the point where you feel like you really understand all the intricacies, that's when you delegate it. Everything in my business that's gone well, I've understood before I delegate it. There's a few things that I have not done good at. YouTube ads. We all know that YouTube ads work really well. I'm not one of those people that tries something and is like, oh, it doesn't work for me, I'm done. I know that's my fault because I tried to delegate YouTube ads to multiple agencies before I understood the first thing about YouTube ads. It's one example. So you have to understand what you're doing like the back of your hand before you give it to somebody else. And you're not going to bottleneck yourself. You just have to understand that when you can oversee what somebody's doing and answer all their questions and really get it, that person can more or less become a carbon copy of you or close to it. So make sure that you're doing that. As far as what to look for, you just want to really look for people who want to be there. And I think passion kind of outweighs the skill. You have to have somebody who's good, but there's a lot of people that are really good, but they just don't want to be there. Like we live in a world just 2 years ago where everybody's like, oh, I can work from home and never have to do anything again. And now we have people on the internet taking jobs and then like outsourcing it to somebody in India, like real W-2 jobs with big companies. Like it's a big thing that's going on. So there's a lot of people out there that like, not all remote workers by any means, but like a lot of people, they aren't there. So like they may not physically be there, but then like even if they're working remotely, they're not even mentally there. Like they don't want to be there. So that's why I recommend that you start that group really early with people who follow you so you can get their ideas and opinions and feedback and just kind of build your tribe. Because it's not just to like make money off of a monthly subscription. It's to like get like all this, right? Like you guys are here, you've been following me for some amount of time. You brought up a whole bunch of good topics and I'm just kind of figuring this out as I go. So that's what I would do. Start with one and just kind of keep going from there. And once you figure out how to manage one person, like really get those SOPs in place where you know exactly what they're doing, they know exactly what they're doing, it's documented, which I recommend for just about everything in life, like writing down things. And a lot of you are copywriters, so that's helpful. When you write things down, like it just changes the game completely. So make sure you're doing that. And then when you're kind of ready and you're getting an ROI and your team is happy, then you can scale and grab a second person and a third. And then eventually there's a lot of tasks or like things that build up, and then you might have to bring on a COO or you might have to bring on somebody to run the ads. And just make sure it's all documented and written down.